And hello, everybody. How are you? Looks like we have a decent turnout so far. Guys, I want to apologize for that opening. I'm in a remote location right now, and the Wi-Fi is a little shoddy. So we have, let's see, who all do we have in right now? We have Heather is in the house. Hey, Heather, how are you? We have Melissa. Melissa, it's always good to see you. Ethan is here. Nice to see you, Ethan. Ciara, how are you? Lovely 144 is in the house. Outlaw Warrior, what is up, my friend? Let's see. We have Melanie. Hey, Melanie, how are you? Billy Bones is in the house. We have Gina Miller, of course. Gina Miller, who the very first person to actually like saving ghosts. So Gina Miller is here. Proving Melissa Delapa. How are you? Spirited Debate. And of course, we cannot have a Saving Ghosts session without a spirited debate. So it's good to see you. Hey, Lucy. And Lucy, thank you so much. Lucy just received her Saving Ghosts coffee mug. So Lucy, I'm so happy. You know, I actually use mine pretty much every morning at this point. So see, we have Julianne. Hey, Julie, how are you? We'll start putting some of your comments up here on the screen just to show everybody a little bit of love. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm doing good, thank you. I'm actually in a beautiful part of the U.S. right now. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? It's good to see you. Gina, yeah, Gina, you have a mug. Gina, you have a mug. You have a T-shirt. You have a pillow. You have the very first angel box that was made, and I think you've got a sticker as well. So, hey, darlings, how are you? It's good to have you here. Oh, good, Heather. So you received your print. Fantastic. Okay. Outlaw Warrior, better question. How are you doing, sir? I am doing fantastic. I really have some cool things I want to share with you guys here pretty soon. I definitely want to welcome everyone. I want to say my hellos to everyone. Hey, Cranky Barista, what's going on? So, April, how are you? See, April, which April is this? Is this Pittsburgh April? Is this the Italian April? See, Ethan is asking if he can ask a question. Absolutely, you can. What's up, Ethan? Gina, fantastic. Gina is saying that she lost another 14 pounds for a total of 46. That's fantastic. Good for you, Gina. Seriously, that's fantastic. April is saying, yes, Pittsburgh Italian April. I'll tell you what, guys, I have never known so many Italians before in my life until I moved out to Pittsburgh. You know, who would have thought that Pittsburgh would have been the home of, you know, everything Italian? Not I, said this little Irish guy. There might be a poem in that. Not I, said this Irish guy. Naughty Mouse is here. Billy Bones is here. Billy Bones, someone that I have known for years, back in the Las Vegas days. Amy Goodnight is in the house. It's always good to see Amy here. Amy was another one that was an early comer to Saving Ghosts. So she has been hanging out with us for quite some time. So Amy, it's always good to see you. So Ethan, I know you said you had a question. Go ahead and fire away. What's your question? And howdy to you, Amy. And let's see. Yeah, Lucy is saying that I keep freezing, and I apologize. It's the Wi-Fi in this area. I am not home. I am in an island in Michigan, and so the Wi-Fi is a little spotty. So I do apologize for that. And we have Faith Amy in the house. Faith is someone that I have known since seventh grade, and so Faith, always good to see you. Yeah, it's like super bright out here right now. It's 7 o'clock, Eastern time, and it is super bright out. Okay, so Ethan has a question, and uh, and I feel it's a good one. He's asking, why do I feel like ghosts get annoyed when questions are asked too quickly? Ethan, I'm gonna tell you, you can ask 100 people that question, and you're going to get 100 different answers. Everyone has their view of it, and I have my own view as well. Um, I have no fact for my answer, but it is simply my opinion. My thought is that once we leave the body has died off, we now just become pure energy. And this is something that has been proven through thermodynamics and through chemistry as well, that we just become pure energy. Energy moves at a different rate when it's free than when it's locked in a carbon-based unit. Because I feel personally that the body acts as a control, I guess you could say. It controls and harnesses that energy. And so we speak, we can control our speech, we can control how fast or how slow we do things. Once the energy has left the body, now it doesn't have that control base anymore. And so moving at different speeds. So I mean, there's theories out there that spirits are on a different timetable than we are, and um, so I honestly, I don't know. I think it takes energy for them to build up energy to respond. And so if we are just constantly firing questions and they don't have time to rebuild that energy to answer, that could possibly why they're getting annoyed. And again, guys, I apologize. I'm actually on a laptop that is plugged in, and I'm showing that I have all, but I can see that it's lagging. And well, and Faith just wrote in and says because no one likes to be interrogated, and I know Faith and know that she's kind of joking with that, but there is some truth to that as well. How are we asking our questions? How are we having our sessions? Are we coming off confrontational? Are we coming off annoyed? Or are we coming off with patience and politeness and allowing time for that communication to happen? So, guys, as I promised you a few videos back. Oh, we got some questions coming in. And guys, again, I apologize. It is lagging. Okay, so Melissa is asking, Phil, did you bring Buddy on your trip? No, I did not. Buddy has a babysitter right now. Cindy is a good friend of the of the family, and has offered to watch Buddy while I am gone. So, Cindy, I don't know if you watch this or if you would watch this, but in case you do, hi, how are you? Thank you so much. Buddy is on this trip with me. Okay, in spirited debate, is writing in saying they know the questions before we ask it, and how many times have they been asked that same question? And there's some truth to that as well. And I actually want to touch on that in a moment because there was something pretty cool that happened about an hour ago. Okay, so Ethan again is asking, do you think that ghosts can control themselves? Well, what do you mean by control themselves? We have to, in my opinion, guys, we have to understand that there is the Hollywood version of ghosts, and then there's what I believe is kind of a scientific base for consciousness existing outside of the body. Um, if we indeed are energy, and energy can be manipulated, energy um, can be controlled. And if it is an intelligent energy, if it's an energy that has a consciousness, then maybe, you know, it can be controlled or it can control itself, I guess I should say. We have Heather writing in. Heather Shapiro. Hey, Phil, this is Gina's friend. Hey, Gina's friend, Heather. She said this is going to be one of your best shows. Well, we'll see about that. Um, first of all, thank you for that. I could very easily fall on my face, and so who knows how this is going to end up. But I do have some things for you guys in this. Let's see. And Charlotte is writing in. Charlotte is saying maybe it's frustration as so many voices wish to be heard and they get pushed away. The truth of the matter is, gang, is that we have no idea. We don't know what happens. We have our theories, we have our suspicions, and there are some people who confuse their theories with fact. We have to understand that fact has a basis that can be tangible, that can be touched, that can be seen, that can be smelled, heard. There's a base to it. An idea, a theory, is something that we think about, something that there are certain things that add up that make sense to us, and then we come with a theory. So there is a difference between theory and fact. And I also want to loosely challenge, there's a YouTuber out there who does ITC. He's been around for 10 years and he's huge. He and I have spoken. I'm not going to give names. If you guys have watched me before, you know that I really don't give names because I don't want to make it seem like I'm being petty. In a recent video, he came out and said that he has scientific proof. Well, we have to be careful with how we are saying scientific proof, because if we're going to have scientific proof, we have to understand that in any type of scientific experiment, there's going to be a control group and there's going to be a test group. If you don't have those two things, then you don't have scientific proof. Okay, so sorry guys, I'm getting caught up here. Canada, how are you? Okay, and it looks like a lot of people have responded to Ethan. Ethan wrote in saying, are they likely to set routine that happened before their death? So Ethan, there are two different types of haunting. There's intelligent and there's residual. Residual is it's like a tape that gets played over and over and over and over again. That's where a lot of the stone tape theory comes into play, that there was something that happened that was either so tragic or so amazing that it literally got imprinted into the area around it. And so therefore it replays itself. Compared to an intelligent haunting, which I don't even really using that word so much anymore, but you guys know what I mean. With an intelligent presence, you can now have a back and forth conversation. You are aware of them, and so there's a consciousness there. There's an intelligence there, compared to a residual, which again is just like a memory being replayed. Canada wrote in and saying, she's good. How am I? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I've got some really cool things to show you guys. Oh, excuse me. I had chicken and waffles for dinner, and it's backing up on me, guys, so I apologize about that. Hey, Kel. How are you? So, guys, Kel is in here, Rose Raven, and I don't know if any of you remember some of the paintings that I have shown you that were sent to me. Kel is the one who painted those and sent those to me. So, Kel, welcome. It's always good to see you. She also has an angel box and hopefully getting good use out of it. We had to we had to work out a few bugs with it. Nothing major, just some battery issues. But yeah, Kel is another one that has been with me for a little while now. She has a couple of SG shirts, and so Amy is telling me to get me some Tums. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Amy? I just may have to do that. I just may have to do that. And let's see who else. And Kel is oh good. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that it's working. It's working for you now. Fantastic. Gina is writing in and saying there's so many possibilities as to what all this could be. Layers and layers of Earth's life over different stages. And here's the thing, guys. This can easily get into different types of quantum mechanics and quantum sciences that are well over my head. Um, we start talking about string theories and we start talking about, dark matter and all this other stuff. And, from me, from a very basic scientific platform, it kind of makes sense because if thermodynamics says that energy doesn't die, it just changes form and moves on into entropy. And if it's been proven that we are made of energy and that we release electromagnetic energy in the form of heat, then it, and there's all these universities now, and I've posted their links in the past that are starting to show and prove that consciousness is energy. It used to be thought that consciousness was linked to the brain, but now they're doing more research and saying that no, consciousness is its own separate entity. So, and in my opinion, that is what makes up spirit. Amy is saying that she's got a couple of Saving Ghost coffee mugs. And thank you, Amy, for those. Let's see, Ethan. Ethan, you have some really good questions, so thank you for firing those in. I appreciate that. This question is, does the emotion of their death reflect how their soul acts and behaves? I would like to think so. Um, you know, especially if the death was not planned, or if they died in a sense of fear or sadness, or vice versa, if they were happy when they died, if they were content when they died. Emotion has been proven travels on different wavelengths, and that it is its own separate energy source. And you guys, and this stuff, you can look this up. I challenge any of you to Google this stuff. How can we register emotions through energy? So it all ties in together. So Charlotte is asking, what are demons if they've never had a human form? Charlotte, thank you for asking that. I actually just did a video on this. There's an actual history to demons that are not biblical based. Now, guys, I know that the world of ghosts and spirits and all that can really start getting into theology and religion, and I want to make sure to let you know that that is not the approach I am taking here. What I am taking in regards to this comment is a historical approach. So the word demon actually comes from I believe it was ancient Latin, um, daemon, Daimon, and they weren't bad spirits. They were kind of the middle ground, between humans and God, and they were the ones who would take messages to God for you, or if you had a special request, if you asked the right way, they would handle that for you. As the Jewish faith, Judaism, was starting to become more and more popular, and they were transcribing some of that old text, the word daemon started to slowly become demon, and then it got to where it is today. Let me see here. Now, I do believe that there are good and bad. There's higher level and lower level. But if we take a look at the universe, and I don't mean that in any kind of flighty way, I just mean take a look at the world in which we live. Take a look at space. Um, Everything is always in balance. Whenever something is destroyed, something is created. You have a star that explodes, you have another one that's born. You have someone here on Earth that dies, you have a baby that's born. So there's always going to be a balance. So there's always going to be the good, there's always going to be the bad. Hey, Don, how are you? Yeah, what? It sure does look like static got a hold of it. What happened was I got a haircut, and I think it got cut just a hair too short. And so now it looks like, I've been walking around with my finger in a light socket, kind of like the junior version of Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Um, so But if I cut it off like this, then you can't see it. But now I look really bald, so it's like it's an odd, you know, like position to be in. And Cranky Barista is talking about elementals, which are earthborn spirits. And Ethan's writing in again, asking, well, sorry, Ethan, you got skipped. Don's message got posted. I am coffee. Oh, I've had 4 cups today, and I've been paying for it. Me and the bathroom have become pretty good friends. Not that you cared to hear about that, but I wanted to share. And Gina is writing in saying that's mathematically impossible for us to be the only sentient beings in this vast universe. And I will say, if we're taking a look at this from a statistical point of view, statistically, I do find it hard to believe that we are the only ones here, that have some form of intelligence. If you take a look up in the night sky, all of those little stars that you see are suns. They're suns just like our sun. And each one of those has at least one planet or moon rotating it. And, then you go outside of our galaxy and there's even more. So for us to say that we are the only ones out here, I feel is just a little vain, but that's me. I don't, again, I do not wish to start any type of arguments or debates. This is simply my opinion. And it was asked earlier about past lives. I know that there are some various faiths out there that do believe in past lives and reincarnation. And I don't like to discount anything. I would like to believe that anything is possible. If we are considering that we are energy, if we are conscious energy, and if once we leave this body and we've had the experience that we were supposed to have while we were here, and we leave the body and we start floating around doing whatever it is spirits do, if we're given an option to come back, then, technically that could be, reincarnation. And therefore having a past life. So I believe it is possible. I don't know for a fact 100%, but again, I do like to believe that it is possible. Okay, so guys, this whole session is part of a continuation of what I told you I was going to do in regards to doing a session live and then having the edited version available for you on that following Sunday. This one is going to be a little more involved. I just want to let you guys know that the session that you're going to see tonight is going to be a small part of a larger video. Okay. We have Monique Koopmans in the house. Monique, my dear, how are you? She's writing in from across the pond. Okay, so Melissa is writing in, asking what does it mean if you see a dark red moon? And well, it all depends who you ask. If you ask a farmer, they're going to tell you that's the harvest moon. That's a good time to. How does that go? Some of you might know it. It's either a good time to start harvest or a time to end your harvest. One of the two. I know if you see a ring haze around the moon, that means somebody is supposed to be coming to visit you. What else? I know it's just, again, it just depends who you ask, what belief they have. Again, everyone's going to have their own version of it. I always suggest that you find whatever seems right to you and run with it. Okay, so Spirited Debate is saying harvest moon. Okay. And Dawn, our lovely Dawn from Australia. Oh, guys, you know, I have some stories about you in regards to Dawn, because Dawn is part of our Patreon group, and we have private live Patreon sessions, which for those of you who are on Patreon with me, I apologize that our lives have been a little wonky lately. I promise you we'll get back onto a schedule. All I will say is that on a dare, Dawn did snort cayenne pepper. You know what? I absolutely love our Aussie friends, so they are phenomenal. Let's see. So Heather is saying, I thought it was a full moon last night on my birthday. Happy belated birthday. Disappointed it wasn't. I howled anyway. Dawn saying that she is a sane person. Dawn, I say this with all of the love in the world. I have known more than a handful of Aussies in my day, and I have never known any of them to be sane. I love them to death. I do. The most fun and just fantastic people. I've never known them to be sane. So, but yeah, guys. So this live is going to be a small part of a much larger video. Now, there has been some debate that has gone on in regards to where I'm at. And before I continue on, let me tell you about that. Right now I am on an island in, was it like northeast, I believe, Michigan, called Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island is known for being one of the most haunted areas in the entire United States. And because the island, I believe, is only 8 miles long, it has the most concentration of supposed ghosts. And I don't know if you guys can see this real quick, but I want to show you, if I can. Where am I at here? No, over here. Oh, you guys probably can't see that. I apologize. But yeah, you can't see it. There you can. Okay, so that's part of the lake out there. So I'm actually kind of on the water out here. But there's just a slew of things that have happened. And so before coming out here, I contacted Mackinac Island, the powers that be, And I told them what was going on. I informed them that I wanted to do a documentary on the island, and that I was properly insured, and so forth and so on, and was given permission to film around the island. So fantastic. Um, and then I was told to contact another person, another individual, in regards to the parks. Now, I guess the way they have it set up out here is that you have the general island, but then you have the historical buildings, which they consider parks. So I was told no in regards to those areas because it went against their branding, and then I was also told no in regards to the area where I'm staying because it goes against their branding. And my knee jerk reaction was to write them back and say, well, you advertise that the island is haunted. You advertise haunted tours. You have allowed ghost hunters, the show ghost hunters, to come here and do filming. And, you know, so to say it goes against your brand, I have a hard time with that. So, anyway, so things have to be altered a little bit. Hey, Nessa, how are you? Nessa from Nessa's Exploring is in. And Nessa, I hope your channel is going well. And Melissa is asking if you are staying at the Grand Hotel. I am not. I'm not staying at the Grand. And for the life of me, I keep forgetting where I am staying. Um, you know, you would think I would know where I'm at, but no, it's not the Grand. Because the Grand Hotel is one of the hotels here on Mackinac that is supposed to have the most hauntings to it. But however, guys, there was something that happened probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago. I was setting up. In fact, let me show you because this was going to be part of my agreement to you guys. I was going to show you exactly how I was set up, show you exactly how the session is being done. Okay. Just again for full transparency. So here I want to show you that. So right over here we have the main camera that'll be filming just little old me right over there, and there's no cords on the ground. There's no fishing line or anything like that. You have this cable right here, which goes into the microphone. I have my light. I have you guys. The cell phone here is going to act as a secondary camera. And then over here, I'm using the microphone. I have the K2 meter. And as you notice, guys, I don't have the Aura box. I'm simply using the app and a Bluetooth speaker because, let's be honest, guys, I have talked pretty boldly about, people who use certain devices. And so to, kind of, put my money where my mouth is, so to speak, I'm not going to use a device. I'm just going to use an app and a Bluetooth speaker. But Donna's saying that she likes the fireplace. So, yeah, so there's the fireplace. And in case you guys want a little quick tour, there's the bedroom back there. Have the chandelier up there. Got the window overlooking the lake over there. You've got me. And then as we start moving around, you got a little kitchenette area over there, and then we've got a table right over here. So this is where I am staying. But when I was setting up, guys, when I was setting up all the equipment, I had the K2 up, and when I was setting up the camera, I noticed that it was going off. And at first I thought it had to do with some of the old electrical work that was in here. But then I noticed it really started to spike to the red, and it wasn't really around anything. And so So I started a session getting responses, and I was able to film it. So in the edited version, you guys will actually be able to see that session. They told me that yes, they did have a human form at one point. They were a female, and I think that they were one of the women out here. I believe it was during the late 1700s, early 1800s. There was a group of women who were accused of being witches, and had they had stones tied to their ankles, and they were thrown into the water out here. And if they were to float back up, then they were witches and they were going to be hung. Well, none of the women floated back up. And so the answers that I was getting was kind of confirming that they were one of the ladies who um, who were killed. And so I was able to capture that, guys. Um, Nessa, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Nessa. I appreciate that. And let's see, Ethan is asking, why is it said that only the Catholic Church can do an exorcism? Well, the Catholic Church is the one that's most famous for doing an exorcism. Um, I gotta tell you, the Catholic Church, they actually have like their special ops guys, who research whether or not a case actually deserves an exorcism or not. And if they think it's worthy of one, then they send out, the troops, so to speak, and then they do the exorcism. Um, I do feel that in order to do something like that, you do have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're getting involved with. I think there should be some training that you should be doing. I think any person who's just bebopping down the street, can't just go up to someone who's possessed and say demons out. It's just not going to work, so to speak. So yeah. So guys, what I would like to do. Oh, here, before I continue on, does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns before we move on? So Monique is about Buddy, asking how does Buddy react? Because they say that dogs can see spirits. Here's the thing about dogs and cats. Dogs and cats, in fact, most uh, animals, they don't have an infrared filter in their eye like we do. So they can see within the infrared spectrum. That's what helps a lot of them hunt at night. That's why we have nighttime predators. And so they can see within that extra light spectrum that we can't. So yeah, but he will, in fact, at the house in Pittsburgh, there are times that he'll be looking at me, then his eyes will drift off, like he'll be watching something, and then he comes back to me, and he's never been freaked out, but he is aware of when things are around. All right, Amy, I completely understand. I completely understand. Thank you so much for popping in, though. I appreciate it. And we have Joyce. Hey, Joyce, how are you? What a time. Yeah, you came in during an interesting conversation, that's for sure. Okay, so Cranky is asking, um, what kind of reports of hauntings are there where you're at? Well, quite a few, actually. In fact, I printed some stuff out before I came out here. Now, Mackinac Island has been around well before the time of the Victorian era. In fact, there's my understanding is that there's an Indian burial ground out here, um, and so there is a little girl out here that I want to try to make contact with. Her name, they call her Lucy. And the report is during the, again, I believe the late 1700s, Lucy had fallen ill out here. And her parents had to go back to Detroit, Michigan for some work. Well, when they were gone, she passed away. And it's said that she roams, the entire island, and that there are times you'll hear her asking for her mom or her dad. And so there's that. There is the story of in fact, let me see if I can find his name, a college guy. Um, Let me see here. I believe his name was Harvey. Yeah, his name was Harvey. And supposedly shot himself um, behind Mission Point Resort because there was a woman that he loved who did not return his same love. But when they did the autopsy, they noticed 2 bullet holes in his head. So they think that maybe it wasn't a suicide, it was actually a murder. So there was him. There were these, I believe, 7 women who were accused of being witches, who were all drowned out here. And that's one of the areas I'm going to go check out. And I will put that on camera for you guys. Who else was there? Again, the Indian burial ground. And I think those are some of the more famous ones. I know that with the 7 ladies that were drowned supposedly at certain times at night, you can go out to the water where they were drowned, and supposedly you can hear splashing and things like that. So okay, and Melissa is saying you should come back to Michigan. The Holly Hotel in Holly, Michigan has many ghosts. Oh, okay. I'll definitely have to check that out. Definitely, definitely. Thank you for that. And Joyce is saying that she knows the Harvey story. So Joyce, am I correct that they don't know whether it was murder or suicide, that they're leaning towards murder? And Cranky, you are welcome. All right, guys. So any other questions, comments, or concerns before we move on? Okay, Joyce is saying she heard suicide. Okay. So Ethan is asking, did you bring anything to protect yourself in case a ghost attacks you? No, I did not. I have certain ways in which I handle my sessions. I actually used to have an Archangel Michael pendant that I wore. And for those of you who've been watching me for a while, you might remember in the early days that I had that. Then it ended up missing one day. I could not find it. And eventually found it with the Archangel Michael worn off. It was under my dryer, and I found it like a year later. So, but no, I do have sage that I use, and but it's here's my thing and this is just me, guys. Trust me, I completely understand that everybody has their view with this. I think there's a multitude of things that need to go into place. I think boundaries need to be laid down, just like you would with anyone who's alive and who's in front of you. I think you need to put down boundaries, put down rules of what you will and what you won't put up with. And I think that's one part of it. I think that in of each session, you need to close that session out. You have to ask them to leave, and I think if need be, ask for help to help them leave. And then, as a final, cleaning, so to speak, then if you want to do holy water or sage, which I have both. In fact, guys, I gotta tell you, it's really worth it. Knowing, like true-blooded Italians. And there's a wonderful woman by the name of Marion. I don't know if she's watching this or not. She might be. Um, uh, I was actually able to obtain some legitimate holy water from the Vatican from her. And uh, so, I mean, we're talking like legit Vatican stuff. So, um, I do believe in protecting yourself, and I think everybody has their own way of doing it that works for them. And Joyce, I saw your message. Thank you so much. See, and Cranky is saying disrespect is a useful reason for bringing things home. And yeah, I believe that. Here Lies is saying essential oils are good. Essential oils are good for, gosh, anything. Okay, so Joyce is saying tar water at the front. Okay. Yeah, there's I think a lot of it has to really do with your belief. What do you believe will work? Now it has been proven, and guys, you can actually look at the science of this. It's been proven that burning smoke, like sage, will actually cleanse toxins in the air, kind of clean the air out. So there is actually some scientific backing to that. So, all right, guys. So, tell you what, I would like to. We're going to film here in a little bit, but before we really get going, I want to turn the K2 meter on again, and I want to see if um, if our uh, if our lady spirit is still with us. Do you guys mind? Again, I can't promise anything. I don't know if anything will happen. Of course, I always hope that it does. But I was pretty amazed that I was able to get direct yes and no answers, and which again I recorded that. Thank goodness, so you guys will be able to see that. Okay, and Ethan, also just to answer your question, what I do before each session is I say a prayer for protection, and I lay down, like I said, I lay down my boundaries, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay. Dear Heavenly God, I thank you for this day which you've given. I've asked Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel David, please come here during this session. I ask, please protect this session and the way in the gateways that lead into this session. I welcome those of love and light, and I welcome any of those who wish to speak, who wish to get their voice heard. I ask that this session be protected, and to you I give thanks. Amen. Okay, so I'm going to adjust the camera here a little bit, guys. Or at least so I think I am. Oh. Okay, let's try this. Good Lord. I can't get my life together, guys. I apologize. There we go. All right. Hello, hello. This is Philip. Is the female spirit that I was talking to earlier? She's still here? Is there anybody here who would like to communicate? I come with peace. I mean no harm. You know what, guys? I want to do something here. I want to show you I don't know how well this is going to show up, but if I can. Oh, hello? Is there someone there? I saw it flash. Let's see, was that you or was that me because of the phone? If there is someone here who would like to communicate, can you please make that light up again? We were doing it earlier. I want to see if I can find that recording from earlier, guys. Okay, so guys, I apologize for this. This is not going to be the best version of this, but hopefully. Okay, once again, my name is Philip. This is April. We meet no harm. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So you what? Okay. Hello? Hello? Is there someone there? See, I can't tell if that was the phone or if that was. Tell you, am I too close? Am I too close? Would you like for me to stand back? Because see, before, guys, I was standing off here. Okay, so this is how I was before. Okay, so I'm not trying to do any tricks with you. I'm not trying to harm you in any way. If there is someone here who would like to communicate, okay, I see that. Thank you. Okay, I just want to confirm. I just want to confirm if that is spirit. Can you please try to light a few of those up again? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Is this the same spirit that I was talking to earlier? Is this a different spirit? Okay, so if there is a spirit here, if you want to use this device, if I can ask you some questions, if the answer is yes, please light up as many as you can. If the answer is no, just leave it be. Okay? Do you understand? Are you still there? No, did you go? Hmm. Are you still there? Am I too close? So I'm going to be opening up a session. If there are any spirits who would like to communicate, you are more than welcome to. I am going to ask, please do not attach to me. Please do not follow me. Okay? Please do not enter into me. But you are more than welcome to communicate. I have this device here. Is that you that I feel? It's actually kind of chilly right here. Is that you that I feel? see that. Thank you. You're actually able to control how bright or how dim each one of those are. You're actually doing a very good job at that. Thank you. Are you learning how to use this device? If the answer is yes, please light up as many as you can. Are you learning how to use this device? See, I'm trying to figure out if I'm talking to intelligent spirit or if there's something else going on. Because if you can help me, if I know that I'm talking to intelligent spirit, um, intelligent consciousness, then we can talk back and forth. I see that. Thank you. Okay. Just to confirm, is spirit here, or is a spirit here with me right now? If the answer is yes, please light up as many as you can. Okay. All right, guys. I'm a little on the fence with this one, to be honest with you, because it seems like I do get responses, but not like what was happening earlier. So tell you what, guys, let's do this. Okay, guys. Okay, so you're saying you're hearing a whimpering. Is there somebody? Okay, I see that. Thank you. Is there somebody that's crying? I see that. Thank you. Okay, so if I can ask you, were you ever human? I see that. Thank you. When you were in your body, did you okay, thank you. I see that. Thank you. When you were in your body, did you identify as female? Okay. Okay, I see that. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to ask again. Is this the same spirit that I was talking to earlier? Okay. Is this one of the women that were drowned? Okay. Did you identify as a child? Okay. Did you identify as an adult? Okay, I see that. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Do you feel stuck on this island? Okay. Have you, okay, I see that. Thank you. Have you been able, let me rephrase this. My apologies. Have you had the opportunity to cross over? No. Okay. Would you like Would you like a prayer said for you? Okay. Would you like, now I can't promise anything, all right? But would you like for me to try to help with you crossing over? Okay, so just to confirm, would you like for me to say a prayer asking for help for you? Okay. Okay. If I'm taking that as a yes, so then I will. Dear Heavenly God, once again, I want to thank you for this day. I ask Archangel Michael and Archangel David, if this is indeed a spirit that does need your help, this is a soul that needs your help. This is a soul that is sad, that is lost, that is confused, that needs guidance, that needs help in crossing over. I ask, please help this soul in crossing over. Show them towards the light, show them towards love, towards happiness. Teach them how to raise their vibration and to be happy and to find that love and to find that version of heaven for them. And to you I do give thanks. So if you see the archangels, if you ask for Archangel Michael or Archangel David, if you see that light, it's okay to move into it. Are you still here? Okay. Do you want to actually try to speak, to form words that we can hear? Because I have a little device here that can do that. Do you know, again, yes or no, do you know what year this is? The year is 2021. Did you know that? Okay. Okay, so guys, I think it's time to actually start really recording and getting the session um, underway. So give me a second, guys. Well, I see that. Okay, so to have that much energy come through, you're using a lot of energy. Are you trying to get my attention? You've got my attention. Okay, are you wanting to actually speak? Kind of having a hard time understanding what it is that you want. Okay, so Cranky is asking, is there anything in the room is making noises other than me? No. Okay, so everyone's saying that they're hearing water. Is that, do you know anything about that? Okay, so if this is spirit that's doing this, I'm going to ask, please stop for right now. Okay, if you are lighting this up, please stop for right now. You have my attention. And just to show you guys, okay, I mean, this is where the K2 is at. There's no magnets or anything, just there's a light stand probably about 2.5 feet away. The tablet is off, and it's probably about a foot away. Okay, so again, if this is spirit that's doing this, I'm going to ask you, please stop. I don't know what you're trying to say, okay? All right, well. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to start, sorry about the camera shake, guys. I know it's aggravating. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start filming. Turn on the necrophonic. That's what I'm going to be using tonight. I honestly don't know why the K2 meter is doing this. If you guys have any theories. Okay, so all right, let's play with something here. Is there an entity? Is there a spirit that's holding the other spirits back? If there is that spirit the one that's making this K2 meter go off right now? If it is, I'm going to ask you, please stop. Okay, I'm being nice right now. Wow. Guys, so check this out. My tablet had 100% charge. It is now, I don't know if you can see that, 1%. I no longer have a charge in this tablet. And that was fully charged. So that battery is drained already. Tell you what, gang, give me a second. I'm going to have to improvise here a little bit. Yeah, that was fully charged. Okay. I have the tablet plugged into the computer right now as a power source. Okay, so I'm having some folks writing in telling me to be careful. Gina, I see your message. Thank you for that. Amy is saying that a spirit fed off of it. Okay, so I see that it stopped. Thank you. So was there a spirit that came through and Drain the tablet energy? Drain the tablet battery? Flash yes for no for yes, and leave it alone for no. I'm going to ask again. Was there a spirit that came through? I'm not mad. I'm just curious. Was there a spirit that came through and used the energy from this device to use for themselves? No comment. Okay. Yeah, seriously, guys, it was at a full charge. Okay, and Cranky is saying that the sound of water is gone. And Heather is saying that we now know where they're pulling the energy for the K2. Okay, so guys, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fire up the camera, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a session started. This isn't exactly how I planned on doing this, gang. I apologize. But just to let you know, I am going to be running Necrophonic, but what I'm going to be doing is running it through a Bluetooth speaker, okay? Okay, and I see that, let's see, Cranky is saying that she heard a moan. Let's see, is this? There we go. Okay. All right, guys. So give me a moment. I now have to kind of rearrange things a little bit. I wasn't planning on doing this. Grr. Oh, are you back? I just saw you flash. I saw that again. Thank you. Okay. Hold on, guys. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. I see that. Okay, so just like before, I need to see if I am in frame, and I am not. Oh. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I'm just, breaking things over here. Ignore me. This isn't really. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a moment. I'm kind of having some technical issues over here. So I'm having an issue. Here, I'll show you exactly what's going on, actually. So this is the camera that I'm using. And having kind of a hard time getting the shot that I'm wanting. You know what? Grr. Okay, that. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Mark. Okay. Okay, I see that. Okay. Hello, hello. This is Philip. Is there anybody here who'd like to communicate? So this is the device I was telling you about that would allow you to speak. This will make noise that you can manipulate. Is the spirit that I've been communicating with able to use this? Does anybody know anything about a spirit named Lucy? A young girl that died out here? Hi. I heard that Lucy got sick and her parents had to go to Detroit. Almost sound like I heard poor kid. Was Lucy able to meet or be reunited with her mom and dad? Miss Lucy, are you here? Are you able to communicate with me? I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael if this Lucy truly did exist, whatever her name is, her real name. I know Lucy was the name that was given to her by staff here. If she is lost, if she is looking for her parents, if she does want the help, I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael if you could please help her with that. But only if she wants it. I also heard hello, sir, what was your name? I also heard about several women who were drowned out here because it was thought that they were witches. Are any of those women here? I kind of feel like there's a half moon of people behind me, but not close to me. There was to the women who were drowned out here. Okay. Do you need any help? Did I just hear someone say my name? What? I also understand that there were some Native American burial grounds here. And I want to apologize if any of those graves were disturbed. I heard the story about a man named Harvey who was a college student. Is Harvey here? Harvey? There's some confusing stories about you, sir. Some say that you took your own life. Others say that you were murdered. I'd like to clear the air if at all possible. Harvey, how did you die, sir? I see the K2 meter going off here. Are there some who feel better using the K2 meter more than this? Yeah, I heard that. I know that. I know that there's a lot of people who consider you a novelty, but I think there's more to you than that. I think some of you are stuck. I think some of you are hurting, but I also think some of you just like it here. Yep. And I see the K2 meter going off a lot more. There was something right there. For the ladies who were drowned, I'm sorry for what happened to you. You were innocent. You were wrongly accused. Sir, sir, what is your name? There was the gentleman who just came through. Sir, can you give me your name, please? No. Okay, I wasn't quite sure if I heard you say no. Okay. I'm here for a friendly back and forth. Okay, I don't allow anything negative here. I don't allow any lower level entities. I don't allow any pranksters or jokesters. I welcome those of love and peace. Those are my boundaries, okay? Are there any souls here who would like to just tell us their story? And the other camera died. Give me a second, guys. Did I hear my name again? Who keeps saying my name? That I heard someone say my name again. I know that there's a lot of you that died out here. I know there was a fort. I know there were. There was something right there. Something June or. How many of you feel that you? How many of you feel that you need help? Do any of you want a prayer? Do any of you want a prayer said over you? That was a fragment right there. And what was that about June? I heard something about June. I feel like this isn't that loud. Sir, I heard that. I heard a please help. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel David, to the heavenly angels of protection, of safety, of education. If you could please help any of these souls who are lost, who are confused, who are sad, if you can help them move on, if you can help them find that light that they are looking for, if you can help them find that peace and that happiness, whether they decide to move on to the light or whether they decide to stay here, if you can help them find that contentment and that happiness. And I ask if there are any other spirits that are trying to hold them back, to please. Okay, I don't know what that was, but any hateful sounding is not allowed here. Okay, I ask that the bullies be kicked out, that those who are mean to the other spirits, those who are trying to oppress the other spirits, they be removed, they be kicked out, they be put back where they belong, and that the souls who need that help be given that love, that attention, that education, that chance to move forward.
So,
All right, guys. I'm going to be here for a few days, okay? I will be talking to you in these next few days, okay? I mean no harm. I come with peace, I come with respect. And we will be talking in these next few days, okay? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to end the session right now. I can hear you. Please know that I can hear you. And the world is aware of you. The world knows that you are talking, okay? Okay, guys. I want to thank you for your time. I'm going to ask, just for right now, if you need help with anything, ask for Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel David. Ask for the light, okay? For right now, I'm going to ask, please, guys, for right now, okay? Please return through the gateways and the doorways which you came, unless the archangels have something else for you, okay? I'm going to ask, please do not attach. Please do not stay with me. Please do not follow me, okay? Please know that I respect you. And I'm going to ask my archangels, my protectors, please make sure those gateways and those doorways are closed. Okay? I thank you. And we'll talk again here soon, okay? Okay, bye, guys. Okay. right, guys, I'm going to turn off the cameras real quick. Okay. And I'm going to turn off the K2 meter. All right, gang. So I noticed in the chat earlier that it said that it seems like things ramp up when I start my prayers. And I have noticed that as well, that it seems like whenever I start to, pray for whatever reason, that they tend to get a little more chatty. Dawn was saying that she heard bye in a whisper. See, who else do we have here? And Joyce is suggesting to give offerings to the natives. They are protecting the island from evil. And I'm sure all of you know that when it comes to Native American burial grounds, that they're extremely sacred and protected. So Amy is saying that they they didn't want me to go. I'll be talking with them again. Again, I'm going to be here for a few days, guys. I just wanted to. I just wanted to do this live in front of you so you can see what all was going on. Like I said, this is going to be a small part of a much larger video. So by the time I get back to Pittsburgh, it's it's going to be crunch time in regards to editing. And let's see, Lucy is saying good night and goodbye. Lucy, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate that. So the hope is, gang, that supposedly my understanding is that I do have permission to film around the island. So hopefully I will not get kicked out of Mackinac Island. And I'll be able to, put a really nice story together for all of you. Melanie, I totally get the typo, but it's so funny. These skirts will be keeping you busy, Phil, the next few days. Oh, then of course later on, she pops in and says, "I meant spirits." Melanie, that was awesome. Absolutely awesome. These skirts gonna be keeping you busy. So the plan is for the rest of the video, guys, I wish I could take you with me, but fortunately I can't. But I do want to go to what's known as the drowning pool, where those ladies were drowned. I want to go over there, and I want to take the K2 with me. And I brought my infrared camera as well, so I'll be using that. And I've shown this device on a few occasions, and so if I walk around with this, I pretty much just look like a tourist. So I'm not overly worried about it. Let's see. Joyce is also saying that if you're ever in Ohio near Lake Erie, go to Johnson's Isle. It's a Civil War prison. Oh, had a bad encounter there. Okay, that's fantastic. And oh, Cranky, you're funny. Cranky is saying, "Phil the Playboy." If there's one thing I can say I've never been, that's a Playboy. That's for sure. Guys, I hate to do this to you, but in every live, there's always some point where there has, got to be a break. Usually it's because of me. Do you mind if we have just a real quick break because yours truly is about to burst. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick 60-second break. So go ahead and grab your drinks, grab your snacks. I will be right back, I promise. Okay, much, much better, gang. Okay. Cranky is saying, why do I hear running water running? Oh, wait, that's Phil. Oh, you have no idea, my dear. Yeah, it's, oh, you know what? This is actually a great idea. Where did I just see that? Who was it that said Jeopardy? Heather. So Heather said, I feel like we need Jeopardy music for breaks. You know what? Actually, you gave me an idea. I can't promise when I will do it, but what I might be able to do is do like a trivia. I could do like a ghost trivia or something like that. I could put together some sort of a trivia. That way, it's at least a little more fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. What we have now is better than what I used to have for these breaks, but there's still no reason why we still can't improve upon it. And I see just some wonderful comments coming through. Thank you so much, guys. And Melanie is saying, did you wash your hands? I just spit on them real quick. That was it. You know. Let's see. Let me see. What else we have here? Okay, ghost stories for 200. And happy, my buddy Andrew is in. Now, he's saying pee-pee time, but I can hear the way he's saying that. Andrew, aka Happy Official, as many of you know, is a good friend of mine from Las Vegas, who he now lives in Texas, professional DJ, and actually doing very, very well for himself. He is part Filipino, part white boy, and he does this amazing Filipino accent, and it cracks me up every time. So when I read stuff like that, pee-pee time, I can imagine him doing it in this Filipino accent. So, and it makes me laugh. I ain't gonna lie, it makes me laugh. So, all right, guys. Well, Moonchild, hey, how are you? Thank you for popping in. Yeah, we actually just got done with the session, and we had some really cool K2 stuff that was going on. And so again, I just want to let you know what was going on. I know that some of you are familiar with Mackinac Island, and and it's actually pretty foggy out there right now, guys. I don't know how well you can see this. But yeah, it's kind of foggy out there right now. Moonchild, I'm doing great. Thank you. And Melissa's requesting smoke on the water. So again, I just want to let you guys know what's going to be coming up in this next video. I hope I will be able to have it all done for you by Sunday. Um, I should be able to. Just bear with me. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this will be one of the better videos. I know that I kind of get in a rut sometimes with just the sessions, but I'm wanting to get out there more, do a little bit more for you guys. So guys, you have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. You have spent an hour and 45 minutes of your life with me. Before we go, do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns? And by the way, guys, this is the reason why I have to go to the bathroom all the time. And Ethan is saying, I do. Ethan, go ahead. If you have a question, go for it. You are more than welcome, my friend. Oh, and Don just called me Filbert. That's awesome. And Ethan, see, have there been any monster sightings also? Uh, none out here that I'm aware of. Some of the tourists maybe, but but seriously though, if we're talking about things like Bigfoot sightings or like the Loch Ness monster or anything like that, none that I'm aware of. Is Mackinac Island near Lake Superior? I don't think so. I'll be honest with you guys. When it comes to geography, I'm horrible. Um, so I would love to say that yes, I am the master of knowledge of all things. I'm not. I'm really not. I still need landmarks to know where I'm going. So when it comes to geography, all I know is that I'm in Michigan, and Michigan is northeast. And if you go any further north, you're in Canada. That's about all I know. So Cranky is saying, I feel like the beach is where the activity is at. Visual evidence. Oh, I plan on doing some stuff at the beach, most definitely. And Happy, my buddy Andrew. God, Andrew, you know, it was fine, sir. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you taking concern in my bladder health. And oh, Dawn is saying that there's another lockdown where she's at. Of course, Dawn being in Australia, so it sounds like they have a COVID lockdown going on over there. Don't get me started on that. That's for sure. I'll give my 2 cent opinion about all of that anyway. But so guys, for the rest of the night, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking around the island, kind of getting my bearings of where everything is at, from the drowning pool to the fort and a few other spots. I know there's some graveyards around here, but they're really protective of those areas, so I might not be able to do much there. But I still want to walk around, kind of get my bearings, like I said, so I can go out, these next couple of days and just, film for you guys. So thank you guys so much. See, Melissa's saying if there are any other haunted areas in Michigan, I will let you know. Thank you so much for that. Michigan isn't that far from where I'm at in Pittsburgh, so it's pretty easy, to get to. So let me see. All right, guys. So, guys, thank you so much. Of course, if you know how to get a hold, you know how to get a hold of me. Through the Facebook page, the Facebook group on here. You can email me at savingghosts@gmail.com. We have the Patreon group for those of you who might be interested in, and that is for those who, like to help me continue to do this, frankly, and it's because of, of the super chats and the Patreon groups and others that, I am able to start doing more of these things and get more equipment. Guys, I can feel the caffeine surging through my veins right now, and I feel like I'm sitting here stuttering, just because of the caffeine. But so I apologize. Um, but so for the Patreon members, again, I apologize. We have been off of our group meetings. We will be getting that going. For those of you who are curious what that is, once a month, it was twice a month. We might get back to twice a month. We have a live Patreon group gathering where everybody is on camera, everybody gets to see each other, and everybody has this great community conversation. It's actually really good. So, um, toxic Spartans call me Porky Pig. That's all, folks. So, oh God, and yeah, you can tell my friends are starting to come out right now. Um, Happy Official is saying, another urination coming soon. That actually sounds like it could be a movie trailer. Coming soon to a urination near you. Um, anyway, all right, guys. Hey, listen, it's been great. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting what I do. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been fantastic. We're almost at 2 hours. So please go on and enjoy the rest of your evening. And Outlaw Warrior, is good seeing you. April, is good seeing you. Heather, Amy, Don, everybody, thank you guys so much. And we will be talking to you soon. Okay, thank you. Have a great night. Bye bye.